So, Robert Pattinson, he's the new Batman. Alright, let's talk about it.
Ah, cool, Chunt.
Oh, yes, Uncle Chunty.
Yeah, so it looks like today confirmation went through saying that Robert Pattinson has been confirmed by the studios as being the newest Batman. So this new Batman by director Matt Reeves, it's, from all accounts and purposes, it sounds like legitimately has nothing to do with the previous iteration of Batman, which is Ben Affleck, which I think was just the best. Ben Affleck's Batman, Bruce Wayne, was just the best we've had. Better than Bale, better than anything. I really loved it. So much so that you can see up there I've got his armored battle damaged suit up there from the Batman v Superman film with Henry Cavill's Superman. This is bittersweet for me. It just means that it's definitely... Ben Affleck's come out and said he's not doing it. That's fine. He's out. And we've known that for a while, but it's now just definitely... This is the thing. This is the new world. This is definitely what's happening. So it's acceptance now. I don't hold much of those grievances that many people have towards Robert Pattinson. You know, yes, is he always going to be known as that kid from Twilight? Yes. Unfortunately for him, that's how it is. But luckily, he's gone stride to stride in all these other films that he's done, and just articles are saying he's been receiving critical acclaim across the board, no matter what he does. So that just means, you know, he's a good actor, right? He's a good actor, and he shouldn't be pigeonholed directly for the rest of his career as the twinkling vampire. In saying that, I wish I knew more about what this was. It's not coming out till 2021. So it just means Batman v Superman came out in 2016, and the next time we see a Batman film will be 2021. Like, this whole thing, I talked about it in my previous video, saying, you know, hey, I'm back, rah rah. How I've let go of a lot of those problems and personal fan issues that I had with DC and the DC films, and just getting really frustrated with it. Like, I just don't care anymore. Like, it's over. And Endgame helped with that as well. I must say, like, for those of you who haven't seen Endgame, I'm sorry, you've had enough time now. It's earned over $2 billion something dollars. I'm going to assume that you were one of those people that saw the film. It essentially wrapped up my Marvel films, I think, if that makes sense. Like, my favorite character in the MCU is Captain America and Steve Rogers' story, his arc. Every Blu-ray, every Blu-ray I have from the MCU is the Captain America films and the Avengers films. That's it. That's all I care about from there. And he got his ending in Endgame. His story is wrapped. I can essentially walk off and be happy. That's the end of my kind of MCU franchise. Will I go see more? Probably, more than likely. Will I be as attached to another character? Who knows? There's plenty of options that Marvel can pull out. So we'll see how we go. But as far as DC goes, look, they broke my heart. They broke my heart as a fan, and it took me a good while to kind of move past it all. So I don't know if Henry Cavill's ever going to come back. That'll be my clincher. Aquaman rocked, Wonder Woman's great, and the sequel's coming out. So, you know, there's still those older guards from the Snyderverse films, which I wish continued. I wish we got that conclusion, but we all know how that turned out. And this is just proof of the pudding that the new executives over at Warner Brothers are moving on. They're not focusing on a shared universe. It's none of that. It's just going to be what it is. And so I've just walked away going, alright, they tried it, they fucked it up completely. As a DC fan in this modern era, I'm probably not going to see something like this again for another 20 years. So let's see if they can do a shared universe again when I'm like 60 or something. Anyway, back to Robert Pattinson as Batman. I don't really feel strongly either way. The only part that I feel strongly about it is still kind of accepting that Batman and Ben Affleck got screwed. The Ben Affleck came in with a promise from Warner Brothers and Zack Snyder, and Warner Brothers screwed everyone over, and he just, well, that's not what I signed up for. I didn't get to make my film either that I was promised, my Batman film, so screw you all, I'm gone. Ben Affleck being Ben Affleck, he can do whatever he wants, and you know, he doesn't have to stick around in the hopes for something. He can move on to do something else. So, you know, it's all that. Henry Cavill's doing his own thing. Jason Momoa's, you know, rocking it as Aquaman, which is great. So it's good to see that'll keep going. And Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman is just spectacular. So, you know, there's still positives. It's just, it's all dead. So how does this fit in? Well, it's a younger Batman, we know that. It's like 20 years ago or whatever, like when he's starting out. I don't know if it's going to be like a retelling of the origin again. There's still all these rumors and stuff. I don't think much has been confirmed, besides that it's very early in his career and his Rose Gallery and all that kind of stuff. So, and now they're talking about maybe Robin's in there somewhere, or the potential for Robin to be in this. So we'll see how it goes. I want to be hyped for it, I really do. But, you know, ever since Man of Steel came out, I loved it. It's a masterpiece, and I just find it insulting every day that people don't understand its greatness. And then, you know, Batman v Superman came out and just blew my mind and continues to do so till this day. And then all the other DC films I really enjoyed as well. So I was quite happy with the world that was building. You know, stories and conjecture for whatever it is. But yeah, since it's no longer a thing, since we got the fallout of Justice League, since Ezra Miller's Flash isn't happening, since Ray Fisher's Cyborg's not happening, since the promised Green Lantern Corps movie's not happening, we should be getting that next year if they stuck to the original slate. We should have already had a Flash film. You know, Cyborg's movie should be out next year. We should have already had a Batman film, like a Ben Affleck Batman film, and we should have already had a Superman 2, like a legit Man of Steel 2, already. And that's all that I signed up for, you know, all that kind of stuff that was happening. And ever since all that fell apart, I just don't care anymore. You know, it's just, alright, they're doing another film, cool, well, you know, I'll see it or not. And I'm kind of that way about this. But it does sound like it could be something potentially epic. So, like Matt Reeves, you know, he's a well-received, well-renowned and proven director. And he sounds like he'll bring some epicness, you know, to this kind of Batman noir action type detective story, which that's what it's going to be around, more detective, the detective side of Batman, which he's known as the world's greatest detective, and basically most of his films we barely see him do any of that. You know, so that's going to be cool to see that and see him like lurking around in the darkness and shadows and figuring stuff out, and you know, trying to figure out other stuff as Bruce Wayne as well. You can use that persona, so I'm interested in all that. So I am intrigued, you know, at the base level, but I'm not super like, yeah, come on, let's do it. Like, my hype train left ages ago, and you know, it sucks. But yeah, I know there's a lot of hate going around and petitions to remove Robert Pattinson from this project, and it's just dumb. You know, you people that sign petitions don't hold any power. Like, they don't care about what you have to say, you know, unless it's something universally receptive like the Sonic the Hedgehog film, where the entire sphere was like, what is that? You know, at least here there's like proven people, like he's a solid actor, he's a solid director, the studio is backing them, you know, it's all positive signs. So we'll see, and apparently it might be a trilogy as well, so it's all good, something to look forward to. I'm trying to be positive about it. Like I said in my previous video, I'm trying not to be all sensationalist. I don't want to do that shit anymore. I'm just being real, you know, about my general thoughts about it. There's too many tabloid-esque type channels and talking heads out there if you want that kind of stuff from someone. That's not me. But look, I feel for the guy. My ex that I was with at the time, I sat through all the Twilight films because she loved them. She was right into them, so whatever. She had enough of my superheroing around in video games. I thought, okay, I'll watch these films. So I can see why people are a bit cringy, but you know how much time has passed since then, and you know, every actor needs that kind of launch point in their career, and that was that launch point for him. So you can't hold that against him. you can't. Like, he took the gig, it made him a worldwide name, and now he can pick and choose his roles from what it sounds like, and he's proven him to be a suitable Bruce Wayne. I do hope, though, between now and 2021, he puts on the bulk. I don't want a stringy vampire type Batman using some of these terms that have been thrown around the internet. I don't want to be that guy, but Bruce Wayne is the physical perfection. You know, he's gotten himself to the peak of human physical excellence. We need someone who has a body type to represent that, unless we're never going to see like him shirtless or something. If he's just going to wear a body padded suit under his Bruce Wayne clothes and wear a padded suit as Batman, like Christian Bale did, and you know, I don't know. Christian Bale, he was pretty huge in Batman Begins, but he got skinnier and skinnier by the looks by the end of it. It didn't really seem that imposing. Even Chris Evans in Endgame, he seemed a bit scrawny in that as well. Anyway, I'm not going to be critiquing people's physiques. Yeah, anyway, those are my just knee-jerk thoughts. I literally just hopped on the computer and I was like, oh, okay, there's all this stuff thrown around. I thought I would just put my thoughts out there. I don't know. What do you reckon? Do you even care? Like, is this shared universe, superhero shared universe stuff, is that all done now? Like, Marvel's going to be moving on and kicking it how they can without all their mainstays and trying to drum in new interest with their new characters. We'll see how far that goes, but the ship sailed for me until they can wow me or something. I'm just waiting for Henry Cavill to be like, yeah, no, I can't come back now. They want to do something else. At that point, I will definitely have been going, all right, here's my ticket on the SSN, I'm gone. See you later. So, yeah, anyway, those are my thoughts. Let me know what you think below if you want to talk about it. Conflicting. Toodaloos.
Like, comment, subscribe.